Okay, guys. I told you guys we were going to do some of this as far as putting some of this stuff on YouTube or, just on the page here at Stampede Blue and whatever. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I've been seeing in Bradley Chubb. I know that he's been, people have talked him up and people are trying to make him the, de facto first pick for the Indianapolis Colts at number 3, or whether they trade back or just whatever. But, looking over some of his tape and stuff, some of the different teams that he's played, you really see what everybody else is talking about. Now, you could go and watch some of these on YouTube if you wanted to on your own. But, I just wanted to kind of throw this together to kind of show you guys that don't want to go watch the whole tape or anything like that, and break it down into some snippets here and kind of show you what I see with him and where he excels. So let's start here. You see him on the edge, obviously, and instantly gets in the backfield. Good burst out of that one, but a lot of these guys that we see are going to show you that they don't have a ton of burst. And I don't mean like the guys today's, but in the future, you'll see his burst is exceptional. He doesn't rely on timing as far as trying to read the quarterback center exchange in one way, shape, or form. He just goes balls out all the time. So let's look at this next play. Again, off there, good hand usage, gets to the quarterback, big sack. I mean, constantly. And this is the thing with him, is you're going to see every time right there, once he gets that guy's edge, he's going to swing that left arm forward to get his leverage to be able to get inside of him. It makes it impossible for that left tackle to keep him out of the pocket and out of the quarterback's face. So here's another one, and going to show you, just watch, not even set, got the burst, can go inside of the tackle, continues his pursuit of the quarterback every single time. You've got to love that. And here's another one, gets in the backfield. If that's a run, that's stopped immediately. So these are different things that you guys are going to be able to see throughout this, onslaught basically of Bradley Chubb, just showing exactly why he should be the top pick, for the Colts. Even that. Let's look back at that again. Now, this isn't something where he's rushing the passer, but look at him here. He's taking that guy in coverage, being physical with him all the way up through the first 5 yards. That's going to be important for a guy that is coming into the league and is trying to be, not only just a bear out edge rusher, but he's got to be able to show that he can do everything. He's got to be able to tackle in space. He's got to be able to bump guys off their routes, tight ends and so on and so forth, even running backs out there. And if he can be physical with those guys up front at the line of scrimmage, then this is definitely going to be somebody that the Colts need to consider. I mean, this guy, I've watched 6 or 7 guys today, and I can tell you that he is by far the most impressive that I've watched. There's a couple guys that I like. Bradley Chubb is a guy that the Colts simply cannot pass up, in my opinion. How get the excitement out of the way. There's no real, drama to this. He's that good, and you're going to see it throughout the day here. Look, off the edge every single time, comes off the ball the same way, forces the right tackle to hold him, and ultimately still gets in the play. He's there in the passing lane. See right here, he's got his eyes on the quarterback. He's looking to make a move. He comes off of him, goes inside, forces that right tackle to hold him. And that's exactly what you want out of an edge guy. You're going to draw penalty flags on the other guys because of your hand usage. And that's important. We talked about this with Terrell Basham going forward, right? We wanted to see a secondary move out of him because we weren't getting a lot of that. And this is important especially for a guy coming in who's trying to prove that he's worthy of that high pick. Now, Terrell Basham hasn't lived up to what the Colts thought he was. He wasn't a first-round pick, though, either. Bradley Chubb is all that and more. So here on this one, you can also see that every time, even if he's in a run set, he's still in the right spot to make the play every time. Able to hold the edge there, keeps him contained, still gets back, makes the sack. I mean, it's this relentless pursuit that I'm talking about, guys, that you see in his play. Everybody says, or we've heard a couple people say that he doesn't take plays off, and he doesn't really typically take plays off. I mean, he is a guy who is constantly in the mix every single. This is NC State, Bradley Chubb against Louisville. Obviously, you know what kind of quarterback Louisville's got. So you're going to see a different approach from him to these plays. Look, when we have a guy who is a pocket quarterback for the most part, you're going to have guys going balls out off the edge to try to get to that quarterback, collapse the pocket, be able to get in and get a piece of the ball or get the quarterback or at least get him off of his platform. When you look at games where you have, like a guy like Lamar Jackson, you have a guy who is a threat to break it every single play. And you're going to see that early in this little section of the film as well, because Chubb is expected to do something different. He's expected to, on most plays anyway, or not on most plays, but on a handful of them, you're expected to seal that edge, make sure that you are able to get back inside with help and run support and stuff like that, because it's just a different makeup. Every defense, every day is going to have a different setup, a different game plan against different quarterbacks. So let's check this out real quick. Look, set up for run, Jackson still gets that interior, and he's gone. Here's another one. Okay, look, not coming at the passer because it's a quick. Louisville's offense is completely different from that of the last tape that you guys watched. He's taking on double teams here, still getting his arms on the ball carrier for the tackle, helping out as much as he can. There he is. See, look, setting up, not expected to rush the passer because he's got to be there to help. Lamar Jackson's too crafty. The coaching staff knew that. They've got to have interior help, and he's got to be a guy that can do that with his motor, with his ability, his hand usage, his athleticism, and everything else. He's able to do this too. So this is a good thing for us to see. Okay, we're not seeing the burst in this one because he's not displaying it. It's not that he's taking plays off. He's simply following the game script from his coaches, and he's allowing himself to be that moldable player who can not only rush the passer, but can also play in run support. So let's continue watching here. Okay, look at this play now. Here's another one where it's not that burst. He's setting up to watch the run, to watch Lamar Jackson first. Watch what he does when he realizes that Jackson's setting up to pass. Watch the difference in his mannerisms and how quickly he can get up to the quarterback here. See, look, here it is. No pat. He guaranteed that's not a run, right? Unless Jackson's going to run himself. He sees it immediately. Look at his eyes. There's his eyes. He's on the quarterback all the time. Goes after him. Almost gets the sack. Definitely causes him to hurry. And obviously makes an impact on the play. There he is, getting inside leverage again. If that ball comes his way, he's in good shape. Here's another one. Look, inside, going straight after the runner. Didn't have anybody to set up with him, but he still made the play. He was still there in position, got off the line quickly, was able to get into the backfield. Now, let's be honest. This wasn't one of Chubb's best games, I wouldn't say either. This was definitely a game where Chubb had to have a different game plan, and it kind of affected his ability a little bit to get off the line when he was set up to be in a blitz type, or when he was set up to rush the passer, in other words. Here we go, different game. Watch him. Immediately takes on the runner, is able to see that exchange from the quarterback to the runner as quickly as it happens. This is something you definitely want from him. So you see his vision, you see his power, you see his ability to be quick in pursuit of the quarterback and the running back. He's able to set the edge. This guy is the total package. I mean, he truly is. All right, here's another one. Immediately you see, again, the burst is there. He's able to get his hands in the passing lane of this guy, forces a tough throw for the quarterback. He's got it all, folks, all the way around. Watch him. Hands right there. He sees him. He sees the quarterback looking his way. Hands up. I mean, it doesn't necessarily affect the end result of the play, but it certainly affects the quarterback's vision and where he has to throw around Chubb. Chubb's able to get his hands up. That's a batted ball a lot of times, depending on how quickly he's able to get his hands up. So here's another one. He immediately reads the running back because that's what he's supposed to do, goes after him. This dude has an endless motor, and you see it in here. Look, looking up, checking the quarterback, strong enough to get that lineman off of him and to be able to force, something. If it's coming his way, he's ready. You see it. Here's another. Able to get around the edge, forces the tackle to hold. I mean, you can, whether it ends up being a hold or not, we don't know that for sure, but obviously you can see the hold, the tug of the jersey and everything. What he forces, he's able to disengage with these tackles and just, he's got the whole deal, guys. So basically what we've learned here, I mean, watching him through a few different games, is this guy is the real deal. He's the total package. If the Colts are able to get him at number 3, depending on what they do, obviously with the trade back scenario or whatever, but somebody's going to possibly want a quarterback for number 3. So the Colts have to be aware of all of what's going on. And if they're able to get a guy like this, whatever, they can secure that. That's a huge help towards their pass rush in the future. They do have Terrell Basham. Looked like he could be a guy who could be a guy that you're hoping could be developed under the new coaching tree or coaching group. So definitely want to see more of Bradley Chubb in a horseshoe, to be quite honest with you. Seems like he would be the wise pick, most definitely. So thank you guys for joining me on this. We're going to try and do these a little bit more, try to get some more guys from Stampede Blue to do these as well with you. And ultimately, let's continue to do this. I'll throw it on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch it later, you can do that as well. But thanks for joining me. I'm Matt Danley of Stampede Blue. We'll talk to you guys next time.